What the helly? What the helly, Burton?
What the helly, Burton?
Are we live right now? I don't know what the hell is happening. What the hell, Tastic? What the hell, Cat? What the hell did we just see? You already know what's going on. We live at the Alley Oop. Welcome to the post-game show. I'm joined by my dogs, Trista Creek. Say what's happening to the people.
Oh my God, what's good? I thought before I was going to come on, this was going to be the worst post-game show to break down a huge blowout when Jalen Brunson was on the bench. What was it, a 14-0 run? As I was driving to the studio, listening to the radio, and then we just got an instant classic.
Right. Also joined by my dog, the big dog, MIAO's finest, Tony Collado. Say what's happening to the people, man.
I thought we were gonna get something fun. I didn't think it was gonna be this fun. I knew Brunson versus Halliburton was gonna be exciting. The throwback 90s era Eastern Conference final. I didn't expect overtime. I didn't expect the long bounce. The shit hit the Chase Bridge. JuJu, me and you been up at the Chase Bridge. Okay. Right. That shit hit the Chase Bridge and then came back down. That was crazy.
Bruh. I thought, the Knicks was up. How umpteen points going into the ending of the game. Out of nowhere, they pulled one of these out. And guess who came out that mother trucker?
Neesmith.
Aaron Neesmith.
AKA
out of the ass.
You calling him Andrew Nemhart. I'm like, no, he's the one without the headband, Jew. He's the one without the headband.
Look, I don't end words look the same, but neither here nor there.
I don't think they all look the same. I don't think they all look the same at all.
Dog, I couldn't believe bro went 8 for 9 from 3-pointers, and I feel like they was all at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I saw John Hamm. He was high-fiving his homeboy. The Madman, they thought this shit was over with, but it was not. What is y'all reaction? Tony, I'm going to start with you, bro. What was your reaction, bro?
It felt like the Knicks finally had a game where everything clicked. They've run a tight rotation. It felt like Brunson came to play. He always comes to play. Cat came to play. OG was hitting big shots. Josh Hart was getting huge rebounds. Deuce McBride, being the other ball handler, was getting Brunson able to play off the ball and stuff. And then all of a sudden, it was like, all right, this game's over. Like, I was starting to look at stats. I was looking at shit on Twitter. I was like, all right, we're going to get this thing over with. Let's go. And then another Neesmith. Oh, off-balance Neesmith. Ooh, that should have been a foul on Neesmith. That should have been a 4-point play. Wait, he hit another one? How many did he hit in a row? 6, 7?
Was he out of bounds?
Was he out of bounds on that? Did they foul him? They should have called an and-1. They called a 3-point foul on the other way. It was insane. So I was expecting the Knicks to go out and take care of business, and then the Pacers just never say die, bro. They run 12 deep. Everybody scores 15 points, and it's like, this is the Pacers, and that's what I think everybody was afraid of in NBA world, where it's like, they can't do this to everybody, right? They can't do this across the board. Milwaukee, Cleveland, New York, Oklahoma City, or Minnesota. Like, it can't be the Pacers, right? Am I crazy?
Right.
It kind of feels like it is, though. When we talked about this, one of the, like, maybe 2 times ago, I came on Alley Oop and I said the Pacers are like whack-a-mole. You never really know which Pacer is going to come out to play, right? And when. So you got, like you said, 14 points for Miles Turner, 17 for Pascal, Tyrese Halliburton 33, Neesmith 30, Nemhard 15. TJ McConnell had big minutes in the second quarter as well.
TJ McConnell will bite your nose off of your face.
Always.
Hide your nose, put a Band-Aid on them. Exactly.
And your lips.
Your face. Keep going, sis. My bad.
You're right. They're just so deep, right? And you never know who's going to produce a bucket at the very end of the game. And I think I love both Jalen Brunson and Halliburton at the end of games because they both have their own flair. But what I love about Halliburton is that I don't give a fuck. I'm going to pretend to go in the paint, run. He's done this now multiple times. He did this against the Bucks as well. I'm running towards the paint. I run all the way back, circle around like Mighty Mouse, and hit the 3 right in your dome. It's hard not to root for the Pacers to have these comebacks and be successful because you know they're etching their names in history.
Oh, my God, bro. He hugging his girlfriend right now. He did the same shit to Ty Jerome ass last series.
Yes.
Like, bop, bop, bop. Come here. Bro, my notes I had nothing but this. Listen to this note right here I got in my phone. That missed dunk by OB Toppin is gonna prove big at the end of the game. What the hell was I talking about, bro? That shit didn't matter at all. Like, I did not prepare. We logged on a little earlier when the before the comeback started happening. Me and Tristan was just on watching the shit. Like, all right, we finna wrap this shit up in a second. Bro, the shit never wrapped up, bro. Like, an instant classic. This shit gonna be on the TNT Classic channel by next week. The shit they be playing Michael Jordan games on, they gonna play this game because, bruh, ain't no way in hell right now outside of the New York Knicks arena. Oh, I wish we had Josh Smith on tonight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bet it's sad as hell.
Let's just bring him in. Can you imagine what 7th Street is like right now?
A morgue.
Bruh, do not wear a Pacers jersey. If you happen to be listening to this and you outside of the Madison Square Garden, take your Pacers jerseys off right now because you are going to get stabbed. You are going to get a bottle crack across your head. Don't do it, bro.
It's not worth it, people.
It ain't worth it, bro. What do y'all think the fans going to be doing after the game like this?
Drinking. Yeah. Heavy drinking. They sell those like the balloons that have drugs inside of them right outside of Madison Square Garden.
The whippets.
Yeah, they're going to be taking those as well. They're going to get a slice of pizza across the way. They're probably going to just sleep right outside of Penn Station.
Bruh, salute to the chat too. Anastasia Williams. Let's see. Let's get in. Moshe Parnov, Sheriff J, Skirt, Sports,
Vinay, the boy.
Juan Dominguez, you feel me? The boy, Vinay, Suri, who that? Javier Fagula, High and By.
Cloud Fleet, bruh. The boy.
Cloud Feet, you got to know, man. Without y'all, who the hell are we, man? But let's recap the whole game, bro. The game actually started off with the Knicks clicking on all cylinders. We got 2 early 3-pointers from Campaign. Campaign going so strong. Money on. He came in the game and I was like, boy, if they're going to be doing this, it's going to be trouble. OG Anunoby, even though he had that one blown tire layup, I don't know what the hell happened.
That one cost big time, by the way.
Right. Put that on the blooper reel, bro. But he still tapped in. Karl Anthony Towns became tough in the early stage of the game. Bro, they was actually doing their thing tonight. Trista, what you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that was like so impactful when I was watching that Knicks run, because you saw the Pacers run earlier in the third quarter, right? And you're like, okay, they made it a game again. What are we going to get at the end of the game? And then you had that Jalen Brunson goes out with 5 fouls. And the name of the game is, can you sustain some level of finding your offense when Jalen's not in the game? And not only did they do that, they far surpassed it to the point where it's like, maybe we want to just go with the hot hand right now and go with Deuce McBride and kind of keep that core together, because as soon as he comes back into the game, the Pacers make their run. So I think that's something that you have to say, all right, is there a way for us to recapture that magic in game 2 as well? But yeah, I think Pascal Siakam, I think he's going to put the straps on OG Anunoby every game. Them being teammates in Toronto, I think OG's going to have a really tough matchup just because there's a lot to prove, both of them also being teammates. I know there was a little friction at the end between them in terms of who should have the touches. Pascal thought he should be the guy. OG thought he should be the guy. And now they're in these incredible roles. So I think the role players are going to have to be the X factor, because I think what we're going to get from Halliburton, what we're going to get from Jalen Brunson every game is probably going to be pretty much a classic.
Right. Deuce McBride stepped up, but putting the straps on OG is crazy.
Put him in a
I don't know what that is. Tony, what you thought about the Knicks' performance early, bro?
So I was actually really impressed by what the Pacers came out and did. Started, 9 for 9? Miles Turner had basically all of his points in the first quarter, where it was like, oh, another shot. Oh, a bank shot. Oh, this. Oh, that. So I felt like the Pacers, who didn't miss a shot for the first 5 minutes of the game, it was like, okay, the Knicks are starting to find their groove now. The Pacers can't play any better, right? Yeah. They've made all their shots. There's physically no way that they can play better. But I'm intrigued by the fact that Jalen Brunson, for his lack of athleticism, right, for his lack of size, plays very reckless on defense in a way that gets him in trouble far too often for a guy that's as smart and as crafty as he is. He's constantly in that 4 to 5 foul territory in games that he should not be into that territory. And it's like the play on McConnell, he drives baseline. You let him go. That's a layup. That's TJ McConnell. He's going to get his layup. You know he's going to try to back into you. He's going to try to draw the foul, especially when you have a 4th foul. And you get an easy 5th foul. They actually go on a crazy run like Tristan was talking about. They go on a crazy run. OG sparks it with that first step back 3. Deuce is in there. Cat's playing well. But then it almost felt like they were playing not to lose instead of the kill shot of, all right, let's go. We're going to win this game. 17-6 run to end the game. I know Neesmith hit 19 threes, but it's like, man, you guys have seen what it takes to beat the Celtics. Jason Tatumless at the last part of the series, but you guys know exactly what it takes. You've been down 20 and came back. Like, how are you going to let that happen on you guys?
It's almost like the Knicks are more comfortable playing from behind.
Pause.
Pause. It's almost like that's where they feel they're most confident. They're not used to being the front runners. We saw that in the Detroit series. That was a dogfight every single game. They felt like they had to make their runs in these third quarters, end of fourth quarters. You saw that in the kill shot, Jalen Brunson last game to close out the series. You saw that pretty much every single game in the Celtics series except for the last one. And now you're seeing them really feel like, okay, this is Knicks basketball. This is what we want to see. You can't collapse. You have to be able to have resiliency, grit, that Knicks culture that we expect them to have, and not fold and get the Reggie Miller choke put on you.
A little early, by the way. A little early.
He thought he had Kevin Durant. That was Kevin Durant toe.
I thought he did it.
Me too.
We did the choke. I was like, I was running around the living room because I was like, bro, what the hell did we just see?
When it bounced
dribbled all the way back, look at him.
When it bounced, I was like, oh, that's going in.
Right. You said it was going in?
Yeah, when it bounced, I was like, oh, that's going in. That's just the way that the game is going right now, that's going in. And sure as hell, boop, straight down. When has that shit ever gone straight down like that?
Never. Only in Madison Square Garden. That's it. Only when the Knicks are involved. Bruh, in the third quarter, Miles Turner made a pass. He had a wide open 3, but passed it to a wide open Pascal Siakam under the paint. That's a metaphor for what the Celtics did versus what the Indiana Pacers bring to this series. They're not scared to go in the paint and get a bucket. All that finesse shit, that shit ain't going to be working against the Knicks. The Knicks had to face a scrappy Pistons team first round, which I think got them prepared for a series like the Celtics. You feel me? Like, oh, y'all shooting threes? Oh, we just had to deal with Cade Cunningham going to the basket. We just had to deal with Dennis Schroeder driving in and hitting the fadeaway. Y'all boys settling for threes? Say less, lunchtime. And so I think that the Celtics really messed up by not going. I got to bring my Celtics in the game because I am a Celtics fan.
Naturally.
But this is a perfect metaphor. This game versus what the Celtics brought, which is all finesse, no toughness. And look, I threw it to nobody. Look, I'm
I was gonna say the toughest part is that you wasted an excellent Cat game and a great Jalen Brunson game, right? Like those are very hard to come by when both of your stars are clicking on all cylinders, and you get a 40 and a 30 some odd point, 15 rebound game from Cat, who looks, by the way, like hell. I see him running down the court. I'm like, damn, is he hurt? What's up with him?
Me and Ju were at game 1 at Madison Square Garden against the Pistons. I swear to God, he walks back on defense.
Terrible.
Walks back on offense sometimes. We had Karl Anthony Towns just needed one more point for our parlay. And he was like, I'm not even going to get involved in this.
We were locked in on his dumb ass. We were like, bro, get your ass down the court. It's crunch time. Because it was the game where, remember, Campaign had the 20-point comeback. That was the game, right?
Yeah,
Tristan?
that was. Yeah, it was.
Bro, run down the goddamn court, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, bro, I don't know if he's in condition. I don't know if his ankle hurt or
you do know whether he's in condition. We know whether he's not in condition.
And that's what I'm saying. You waste that game where he was aggressive. He played big. He took it to the rack, right? He didn't settle for a ton of threes. I think he only took 7 threes in the game. Made a couple, but it was like, that's the Cat you want to see, especially when he's not getting guarded by those little guys, right? He was able to get to the hoop on Miles Turner, on Pascal Siakam, on whoever it was that was guarding him in a way that he probably wasn't able to do when he was facing smaller guards or smaller defenders on him. So it's like you waste that game, and now you're looking across the way. You got everybody just dog tired. You just played an overtime game. Now you got to lace them back up on Friday and figure out how to redo exactly the same game plan, but not let Aaron Nesmith hit 9 threes.
Right. Trista asked my bad, sis. I didn't mean to cut y'all. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now I'm about to say Trista asked the perfect question during the game, which is kind of a switch up. You did. Who flops more? Jalen Brunson or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Because boy, oh boy, the monkey ain't no bro. That Jalen Brunson go to the hole looking for the contact and get the referee's gonna call it. I mean, they're gonna call it. I see why he do it, but at the same time, I think that takes a little bit from the aggressiveness of the Knicks. Like he be having his man, he be searching for them fouls, but then if they don't call the foul, he turns the ball over. If they don't call the foul, it's a bad pass to the wing, which gets stolen. So I think a lot of that foul merchant shit be getting folks in trouble in the crunch time. Bro, we is not finna save you with 10 seconds left, bro. We're not finna save you with under a minute to go. Nah, hell no. You gonna have to goddamn get this shit together and go to the basket. Trista, what you think?
And what we saw from that last sequence, they had the ability to tie it up, right? Jalen Brunson has hit crucial three-pointers in the playoffs before, and I was expecting him to hit something, not to barely. I don't even think that ball grazed rim. So, then you get a second chance opportunity with Cat, and he barely makes contact. So that was like a very flustered Knicks team that I think didn't really anticipate being in that spot with the time left, being down 3, the fact that Jalen Brunson, it went off of his finger the possession before, and it's now Pacers ball, and you give up, obviously, you're either going to foul or because there's only 20 seconds left, but Obi Toppin gets that easy dunk. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that the Pacers were up 1 in that moment. Yeah. They can just ride this thing out. I think you're 100% right. The offense flows better when it's not at points where Jalen Brunson's not just hunting for fouls, where we don't just know that he is telegraphing what he's going to do, which is try to either get to the line or just dominate the ball. For the Pacers, that's not what Halliburton does. He'll settle for Nesmith hitting 6 threes, and that's why I like the Pacers more in this series.
Exactly. Chat, let us know who you think. Chat, more searching for foul, bigger foul merchant. Jalen Brunson or SGA. Let us know how y'all feel about that one. But yeah, bro, like this is gonna be a rough one for Knicks fans. I had called my homeboy Mike from Queens. He's my partner. Look here. I'm getting choked up.
Getting emotional about it.
Right. I'm about to cry about it. But yeah, my partner Mike, I had him queued up. I said, bro, I'm going to call you when the Knicks win to let you talk your shit. I'm going to let you get a couple off. I'm going to still give him a call to see how he feeling in a minute. But yeah, bro, any last words we got on this game? Because we're going to move on to the other series, you feel me, on the west side.
It just feels to me like the Knicks tried to do something that they don't usually do, and that was byproduct of the foul situation, right? Like Campaign, we haven't seen him play a ton of minutes. They put Darrell Wright out there. Did I see correctly?
Yeah.
I know it was 20 seconds at the end of the half.
Hold on 1 second, bro.
But it was like, did Mike pick up?
Yeah, my dog Mike picked up, bro. We live right now. You're live on air right now. One of the biggest Knicks fans in the world. How do you feel about what you just saw, bro?
I feel terrible right now.
Let the folks know.
Like, I feel like it's a couple things that happened, but what's up with this end of the game execution?
There it is.
We gotta make free throws. All you gotta do is make free throws. And this Nesmith cat, where he come from with all these threes? He out here looking like the second version of Reggie Miller. You know?
I say he look like Bow Wow from Like Mike. That thing was going in from everywhere.
I mean, he hitting threes and he's open.
Yeah.
So, we got to clean the game up. I'm not worried. This is one loss. I'm not happy.
Okay.
You understand? But this is a loss. We got to eat this. The media-wise, they're going to tear us apart. How did they give it up? All this. All we got to focus on is getting one on Friday and taking one back in Indiana. I'm good. I can sleep with this. I done seen Reggie do it to us. You understand?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It don't sound like the words you're saying to me right now.
I ain't happy. I'm not happy. But listen, we'll be all right. Listen, they bounced back. The choke sound was too early.
Yeah, it was.
You heard?
It's a preemptive choke sign.
Premature. Yeah, it's a little premature.
Still valid, though. Still valid.
Like he wore that Reggie Miller shirt in Game 7 last year. He gonna pay for it.
All right, bro. We're gonna get back to the show. I'm gonna hit you back after the show, bro. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Knicks in 6. God damn it. That's my dog Mike from Queens, man.
He's lying like hell. He's lying like hell because he's on the stream. You know that, right?
How
because
could you not
he's
be
not
shook?
sleeping tonight. He's not
How
sleeping
could
tonight.
you not be shook?
Right. Right. They played that good of a game and still caught an L, bro. That's the definition of should be shook. But Knicks fans, let them call it. They never should, bro.
Is that the best Knicks? Before we move on, is that the best Knicks performance outside of that last 2 minutes that they've had in the postseason so far to you guys?
Yes.
I think so, dog.
Yes.
I was looking at them like, damn, they ain't even making this shit interesting. They was taking care of business, dog. Like you say, when Deuce McBride is not only hitting the good threes, big jumpers, he's taking it to the lane. Mm-hmm. He had a block on, what was that? Pascal Siakam. Bro, I was like, what the hell is happening? You let little Deuce do that to you? Not little Trey Deuce. You feel me? So, yeah, I think that was one of the best performances they could have possibly had in the L.
Yeah, it's only downhill. You can't expect many of those. If this is the first one that we've had in 12 games or whatever it was, then what are we really going to expect from this Knicks team? And what are we going to expect when they're in Indiana, which is a very tough place to play?
Right. Salute to the chat again. Yard boy, the alien, I see you. Jimmy Brave, I see you. Jason Ambrose, I see you. Come on, man. Tommy Gotti, you got to know, man. My boy Tommy Gotti say thunder up. And look, that's a good segue right now, bro. Thunder, Timberwolves. What do y'all think? Tristan, we're going to start with you. What do you think about that series? Thunder up 1-0. MVP announced today. But what you think is going to happen or have seen so far in this series?
They were waiting late as hell to get that MVP award. I was like, maybe they'll never announce it. Maybe they'll just wait until the finals for it. The Timberwolves, I think, have lost every game won so far. They lost against the Lakers. They lost last round, and now they lost again. So I think
they lose against the Lakers.
Yeah, they lost game one.
They kicked Lakers' ass.
No, I think they've lost all 3 game ones.
Damn, I know that. Yeah. Look at me. I'm wrong.
This is just what Minnesota does, right? Yeah. They give us reasons to not believe. I still think that the matchup is still really good. I think this is going to be a competitive 6-7 game series. I think that they still have the star power in Ant Edwards. I still think they have the length in McDaniels and Gobert, and Naz Reid is really fucking up. He does not look good right now. And for a guy who's probably like going to be headed to other pastures because Minnesota's not going to be able to afford him, he's not showing why he's worth the bread he thinks he is. So he needs to step it up. So I think game 1 was a bit of an aberration. This is what OKC does. I'm expecting a lot more competitiveness. And they kind of let go of the rope at the end of game 1 for it to be a blowout. So I think it was much closer than kind of what you see if you just look at the box score.
Yeah, bro. Naz Reid, his jumper is so damn ugly, bro. He's standing there and be like, and that motherfucker be going in on other series, bro. His jumper so ugly that when it missed, you be like, don't shoot that bullshit again, bro. Stop, bro. Like Eddie Murphy and Harlem Nights, Arsenio House shooting that little gun. Stop shooting that little shit, bro. Tony, what you think about that series, bro?
I think Gobert's a bum.
That's true.
I think Gobert's a bum. He had what? Can you guys remind me? Because I don't have it off the top of my head. He had how many points and how many rebounds?
2 points. I know that part.
2 points. How many rebounds? Somebody look it up. 3.
Yeah, he had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block.
How many minutes played?
21.
21 minutes.
Chris Finch said we gotta sit you down. We gotta put you on ice.
Bum.
Okay.
Bum.
PU.
We'll start in the Minnesota side.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ant twisted the ankle. He's like Superman. No matter what injury it looks like he has, he'll come back out, 10 minutes later and he'll be fine. He'll be running, jumping, dunking, all that stuff. Yeah. 1 shot at the rim for Anthony Edwards this past game. One shot at
terrible.
The rim. One layup. And I remember seeing it in the third quarter and I was like, oh, okay, he's starting to get rolling. And now it's like, oh, that was his first shot at the rim. It's like, excuse me, you're the most athletic guy in the league and you've got 1 shot at the rim. So put a point in that. He won't play as bad as he did this past in game 1. I think the Thunder's defense, obviously historically great, right? Great rim protection, great on-ball defenders, great perimeter defenders. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he can navigate all the different defensive personnel that they kind of throw at him to confuse him size-wise, length-wise, J-Dub physical, Caruso physical, Shea long and lanky and be able to cover him. that to me is the crazy. Sorry. That to me is the most important part is like, because the way that Minnesota wins is by Anthony Edwards playing like he's the best player on the planet. When you shoot 51 threes and you make a very low percentage of those threes and the game gets out of hand by midway through the third quarter, it's like, it's kind of on Anthony Edwards to make things happen. So Naz Reid, I think he had 1 shot at the rim, right? 1 layup. I think that's all he hit. Right. And it's like, they're going to need to be able to get past and break down that first initial wave of defenders and then finish at the hoop. Hartenstein, Chet, who's probably the best rim defender in the NBA right now outside of Wemby when he's healthy. It's like this defense is so good. Chris Finch and them boys have to figure out some way to create offense in a matter of a very short time, because if they go down 2-0, it's going to be very tough to climb out of that hole. On the OKC side, it just feels like Shea can turn it on whenever he wants. 2 of 13 in the first half, and it's like, nah, I'm actually going to finish with 32 and make that discrepancy look very small when I can just get to the lane whenever I want. I can get whatever jumper I want. I can get to the hoop whenever I want. He's the MVP for a reason, right? You pair the MVP with the best defense in NBA history, you're going to be all right.
Right. Dante DiVincenzo, where are you?
Where are you?
They had him mic'd up. They had him mic'd up.
Bro, snatch the mic off.
They said superstar. They said superstars on mic, and then I look, it was Dante DiVincenzo. Like,
bro, if you are 1 for 10 or some shit in the third quarter, snatch the mic out your damn jersey and leave it on the bench, bro. We don't give a damn what you're talking about, man.
Can we talk about Julius Randle for a second?
Yes.
We can. Let's talk about him.
Because even though he had a great first half, second half wasn't all that. He's been playing lights out this series. Excuse me, this entire postseason. He's been playing the best basketball I've ever seen him play. TK?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I said this, I think maybe it was on your show or maybe I did some video, but like Julius Randle pretty much changed his entire legacy in the last month.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about how bad he was in New York at the end, how injury prone he was at the end, how ball dominant he was at the end, where it was like, get this man off the ball. Like so many dribbles, so many hezzy step backs contested. It was disgusting. So when he goes to Minnesota, I was not clear why that trade got made other than for financial reasons, right? Like, oh, you just need off a Cat's contract because you got new ownership. I guess I get that. Try to figure out what you can do with them and let them go at the end of the season. Now I think Julius Randle is probably going to get a new deal, either somewhere in the neighborhood of where it is for Minnesota to keep him, but I don't know how you let him go. Let Naz Reid go. Let some of these other role players go. But yeah, I think what you're seeing from him is a level of unselfishness, great aggressiveness, hitting really important shots when Ant Edwards was struggling, which Ant has been very up and down this entire playoffs. Yeah. You'll see him score 30, but he had 3 points in the first half. And that's like something we see from SGA because we know that he can do it. I don't necessarily have the same confidence in Ant Edwards to do that. And so Julius Randle has played every bit of the Robin that you would want from a secondary scorer when they really don't have anybody else because Mike Conley is old. You don't know really what you're going to get from the rest of the guards on a night-to-night basis. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super impressed with Julius Randle.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna make a little proclamation, dog, because of the way that Ant-Man is playing and not going to the whole. It's like unexplainable shit. Like either you are selling tickets and understand your numbers and understand the price points, or you're more hurt than you're letting on. Like that ankle injury in the second quarter, I think bro might be a little bit more hurt than he letting on because it's no way in hell Western Conference Finals, you're not being aggressive going to the hole every time you get the ball. Nobody can stay in front of you. Who they got in front of you? Come here, little boy. Who else they gonna send to you? Come here, fatal psych. Like no, the Ant-Man I know is not this version of himself right now. So I'm thinking he got to be more hurt than he telling us. Maybe he's toughing it out. But, bro, it's no excuse. Like you said, one shot at the rim, bro. Are you serious? You are Ant-Man. You dunked on John Collins harder than his damn daddy. Like, bro, what the hell? I'm not going to accept this, bro. And if you're hurt, sit down is my thing. Don't be out. It's playoff time, bro. We trying to get this W. And I'm the biggest Ant-Man fan in the world, bro. And even though, he got stuff off the court I'm not proud of. He got baby mamas popping
on court though.
Right. On court, bro. I'm the biggest Ant-Man fan ever, bro. If you're hurt, sit down. If you ain't aggressive, sit down. And I think that's some of the work. It go to Chris Finch, bro. These coaches, bro. I don't think Chris Finch is the coach that everybody think he is, man. Like last year during the playoffs when he got hurt, remember folk ran into his knee and broke his knee and he had to sit out behind the bench. Bro, they were doing exactly the same shit they was up to with his ass on the sideline. These coaches, bro, where are your schemes? Joe Mazzulla, I'm talking to you. Joe Mazzulla watched this damn show. Bro, I'm talking to your ass. Where the hell is the goddamn schemes, bro? Y'all be getting coached. JB Bickerstaff got robbed this year. Detroit Pistons were ass. Them boys were giving out free pizzas with every ticket they sold with Little Caesars last year. And he got them boys in the playoff. And they gave the coach of the year to the Cavs coach. I'll be damned. Show me the scheme. Y'all boy can't even get the ball in against the Pacers at the end of the game. Scheme us up some, coach. We not getting 5-second violations at the end of the game. And we going to give you the coach of the year. Coaches, where are your schemes? Scheme us a victory. Yeah, I know the scheme could be, we not Joe Mazzulla. I'm back on. I'm a Celtics fan. I can't help it. Joe Mazzulla at the end of the game. Yeah, we just didn't knock down shots. Yeah,
that's unacceptable.
Unacceptable, bro. So your game plan was we gonna knock down shots. Get the hell out of my face. Where's the damn scheme? Where's the pick and roll? Where's the pick and pop? Where's the down screens, backdoor, open layups? Y'all ain't got no. I could do that. I could sit down and say, Jason Tatum, go ahead and knock down the shots. Steve Kerr, I can do that. I could.
Get the ball to Steph Curry.
Right. Well, Steph hurt. Of course, we're gonna get swept now. I can do that. These coaches in the damn NBA. Y'all need to have more accountability because y'all boy looking ass these days. Chris Finch, I'm talking to your ass. Tom Thibodeau, ain't no way in hell. Number one, also, too, Tom Thibodeau, come home right now.
Wow.
Cut that shit off the top of your damn head.
That's the biggest proclamation of the night.
Bruh. I'm sorry, I'm on the rant right now, but you need to come home. Tom Thibodeau got that crazy little, what you growing out the bangs, bruh? Get that shit off your damn head, man. You be forgetting TNT got cameras in the sky, bro, coming down on your shit. Come home, go ball. You ain't fooling. Matter of fact, we ain't talking about that. But ain't no way in hell when these games get in these situations, you don't call a timeout and look your players in the eyes and say, next man to do XYZ, you're coming to sit by me. And if we don't do this, I would have had the Knicks right now running laps during the post game. We running suicides. Excuse me, Malika. We need this lane because I'm running my boys after this game. You can't. No, my bad. I blacked out. Trista, what you got?
If you want to win game 2, if you're the Knicks really fast, you can't have them running suicides. I think you look at the stat though, and you're right. You talk about paint points and like who is getting into the lane. No one. They only had 20 paint points, and the Thunder had 54. That's absurd. That is absurd. And they also had 17 turnovers. And yeah, so that's going to kill you. You can't get into the paint. You're not hitting from deep. You're turning the ball over like crazy because you know Ant is loose with the rock and loose with other things off the court. And so you got a situation and you got to kind of clean it up. And maybe it's because Rudy Gobert is never going to stretch the floor. And so maybe you put Naz Reid in at the 5 and you figure out like more of a small ball lineup so that you can get into the paint and can space the floor a little bit more because he's clogging things up and he has been really since he got traded there. They had issues with Ant not being able to get into the lane originally as well.
Right.
Can I say something? Is Rick Carlisle the best coach left in the playoffs right now?
Dare I
from
say
from a coaching perspective? From a coaching perspective,
Mark Dagnall. He got a great team. Right, he got a great team, but his team ain't been in those moments like we want to see, like them climb out of. The Denver Nuggets pushed them. Like I think the Denver Nuggets were the perfect test to get them boys' mind right because I'd be down, but we just beat the Joker now. These are Timberwolves, man. Please, they ain't even picking and rolling.
If you want me to be honest, healthy Aaron Gordon, they win Game 7. Is that a crazy take?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, bro. Them boys got blew out.
6 guys. They got 6 guys that they play with, right? Like that's it. They don't have anybody else. They got Westbrook running out there who's minus 8,000 anytime he's on the court, and it felt like they were 2 players away, 1 player away from getting back to the Western Conference Finals and making a run. It's just like what can you say about the Oklahoma City Thunder outside of they don't really have any flaws, right? At top to bottom, offensively, they have scorers and shooters, and they have guys that don't even play that could play on some teams right now still left in the playoffs. They've got the MVP. They've got a historic defense. They got a good coach. It's like I'm tired of making the point for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It just feels like they're going to roll the ball out and win no matter what. But these other teams, I'm intrigued by, right? Like as much as I don't want it to be them, I feel like the Pacers are a team of destiny.
They do feel like that.
It just feels that way.
Especially when you talk about what OKC's main flaw is. The only flaw we can really pick at them on is that their half-court offense at times is really goddamn clunky. And you even heard Chris Finch say it on the broadcast. Hey, like we got to get them to run their half-court sets because a lot of times it can get pretty ugly, especially when you got the 2 big lineup out there. Maybe you don't have Jalen Williams hitting shots. Maybe you don't have – it depends on obviously like maybe Alex Caruso sitting on the bench. You've got random Aaron Wiggins out there. And so at times it just becomes kind of the Shea show, which he's going to be able to get to his spots regardless. But it's when they get out into transition. It's when they speed you up. That's when you're dead. So that's the one thing that I could see the Indiana Pacers exploiting because they're so physical. They're so tough. They want to play just as fast as you as well. And they have an excellent half-court offense.
Yeah. But like you said if a healthy Aaron Gordon gets them that Game 7, that go back to what I'm saying about these coaches. The Mad TV logo is the coach of the damn Nuggets right now. Bruh, Aaron Gordon hamstring is about to pop. Sit his ass down. I know he want to play. I don't give a damn. Bro, I know you went through the
It's Game 7 though, Ju. What are you going to put out, Julian Strother?
Bruh, and you see what happened when they played them. I know you can't, but you got
grabbed 11 boards. Grabbed 11 boards in the first like 5 minutes of the game, and then he was cooked after that.
And then he was what he do the second quarter is my problem. We can get him out. We can get him in and get him out. Like I say, draw up a scheme that features the boy, not just put him out there. When the hell did Alex Caruso turn into the Dikembe Madame Tumbo? Just guarding the Joker. bro. I'm telling you, bro. These coaches are pissing me the hell off, dog.
It was
Ahead, bro.
good. It was something good on Dagnall's part where he was like, all right, how do we stop Nikola Jokic? Because if it's Chet, he's going to eat him alive. If it's Hartenstein, it doesn't matter. Like, he's just going to bowl through everybody. Let's switch somebody smaller on him, force him to play further out than he wants to play, to try and create further out. The moment he puts the ball on the floor, you send a second guy. All of a sudden, that's where they was getting those transition buckets where all of a sudden they had a 15-point lead like that because they just ran out 5 or 6 times on transition turnovers and scored every time. So it's like that part of the coaching where
that's brilliant.
Those small things of like, let's switch on a smaller guy. Let's make a guy who's a little bit more physical, push him further up and start his actions from the free throw line or maybe from the 3-point line instead of getting it at the low block like he wants to work. And that's what we kind of seen with people that have been defending Cat, right? Smaller defenders on Cat works because he doesn't have the agility to get by a smaller defender. If it's a bigger guy, if it's Miles Turner, he can body him, he can make things happen. But the moment you put a smaller, stronger guard, stout, like a stout Caruso type, Lou Dort type kind of guy, it creates problems for these bigs. But you got to get there, right? Like you got to get to the dance to be able to make those adjustments and make those things happen. So it's that's why we love the NBA. Like this shit tonight was crazy. We did not expect from the game last night where we kind of all were watching and shut it off early and be like, all right, I'm good. Like, let me get to sleep. I got to work early tomorrow. Like, I watched the last like fourth quarter something on YouTube. I was like, I'm good. To seeing it tonight where we got, what was it, 138, 134 or whatever it was. Like, that's.
I don't think we can ever turn our TVs off on this series. Even if it's on this series, I don't think we can turn it off. I think in the Western Conference Finals, absolutely. I think you're going to see magic out of the Knicks or out of the Pacers because that's just what they've done so many times already in this postseason. It kind of feels like you want to be down 20 if you're one of those teams.
That's crazy.
Bruh. Also, look, quick update. The WNBA right now. The Phoenix Mercury are up on the Sparks, up 40 seconds to go. Dallas Wings got beat earlier by the Minnesota Lynx. You feel me? Nafisa Collier and them girls.
She's balling.
We got to know. Big balling.
I saw the stats. I was like, ooh, wait a second.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to extend some patience out to the Valkyrie, the Golden State Valkyrie.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not giving any patience to the Valkyries.
No patience.
No. They're goofy as hell. They really are. I've said this multiple times. What they're doing, you can't have 3 draft picks and none of them make the roster.
Oof.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You had the 5th overall pick.
You right, bro. That's true, bro.
Girl came back from Lithuania. She said, "Hey, I'm ready to make the team." And they said, "No, why don't you just stay in Lithuania one more year?"
Oof.
Bro, that's messed up, bro. An old girl from NC State. She didn't make the roster. Yeah, bro. Now get it together, WNBA. We got the Toronto Tempo coming. We got a lot of different expansion teams coming. But yeah, bro, get it together. Also, public service announcement. If you can't name me 3 players from the Washington Mystics, I don't want to hear your opinion on Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. You feel me? And this goes to all the announcers out there and the media people. If you can't name me 3 members of the Seattle Storm, I don't give a damn about your opinion on what you thought Angel Reese hated Caitlin Clark. Nah, bro, you're not valid. I don't give a damn. Get the door. You feel me? The damn door. Neither here nor there. Joker of the night, though. My man, Walt Frazier.
Oh, man.
Reggie Miller said that my man Walt Frazier, the best dressed guy in the entire the NBA or whatever. Miss Rebecca, do you got the picture of Walt Frazier? Can we throw that up right now? My boy had on paisley, polka dots, goddamn.
With the gas station hat is crazy.
Brother, we know you a legend.
That thing is rainproof.
The leather
you don't
gas
get your ass
hat.
the hell up out of here, boy. Looking like you just put some shit on. What's the Dead Red Redemption? You know, in Dead Red Redemption, you just throw shit on right quick. You just change the shit. Bro, if you don't change that shit, bro, where the hell the polka dots came into play, bro? Come on, big bro. You a legend.
Why is he looking like Craig Sager? Rest in peace.
Damn.
Bro, Craig, bro. I don't know, bro. Craig wasn't gonna wear that one, bro. The polka dot fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was cool at first. I'm like, okay,
is the tie made out of saran wrap? Is that it? Looks like his tie is wrapped in holiday saran wrap.
Bro, that hat made of all cardboard, boy. That shit made of Marlboro wrappers and the damn Kango, bro. You're better than this, Walt Clyde. The game 2, we need you better, bro.
Is that his lady to the left there?
It is. I try to cut her off. I ain't want to get her in because she's tripping tonight too. But I ain't want to hit sis.
I was gonna say she's got something on crazy right now. Look at
I ain't want to hit sis with the stick. You feel?
Yes, agreed. But this is my question. So they probably live in a nice spot in Midtown somewhere. White Clyde Frazier been having money for a bit. He went into the closet, picked this monstrosity out, came out the closet while she was getting ready. He said, "I got this shit on tonight," and she was like, "Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. Game 1. That's what you're wearing. Let's go."
I've been working with a therapist, and she's been telling me to stay out of my other people's business. She calls it staying in your own sandbox. And maybe his girl just knows that it's like better for him to make his own choices. Like, I'm not gonna give my opinion. I'm not gonna tell you to change because you're gonna do whatever the hell you want to do. You're gonna be courtside. I'll do me, you do you. That's an evolved wife, an evolved lady.
Right. Salute to Walt Clyde Frazier partner, but she should have said, no, goddamn it. Don't do that. So yeah, don't bring that one out the house no more, big Walt Clyde Frazier. You a legend, man.
He was hugging Jalen Brunson a little too early, too. He had his arms wrapped around him. I'm like, ooh, I don't know, Paisley. This game is not over. It's not over yet.
Right, bro. Look, man. It's been a great show, man. We locked in, man. Look, check us out after every Eastern Conference game. We're gonna be after every one of these Knicks. Hopefully not debacles.
Classics.
These Pacers, they looking strong as ever. Why not have the confidence that you're supposed to have after a game like this? Mm-hmm. Madison Square Garden is quiet as hell. Victory to the guy who got hit across the head with the trash bag tonight. Mm-hmm. He probably talking cash shit. Yeah. Matter of fact, he probably gonna get hit with another one tonight on his ass. Any last words from you, Tony?
I'm excited, man. The NBA is back in a big way, and people that said that it was dead because of X, Y, or Z, they're not paying attention. Not really real hoopers. NBA is back in a big way, baby, and I'm happy.
Big time physicality. Big time physicality. Like the foul, the hand check. No call, swallow your whistle. Scott Foster's back from a ACL tear, and I got my brand new puppy Ollie, who's saying, salute,
man,
saying salute. Woof woof.
Look, don't wet Ollie ass after midnight at all.
Doesn't he look like he's on fentanyl?
Don't wet after midnight. You take my car after this.
Hey, look, man, thank you to the chat, man. Everybody who tuned in, man. Like I say, bro, without y'all, who the hell are we? We gonna do this thing again Friday night, man. Shouts out to Lewis behind the boards. Shouts out to Miss Rebecca behind the boards, making us look as fresh as we can, man. And catch us, like I say, Friday night, same bat time, same bat channel. Salute, man.
Thanks, y'all.